What's that? Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Well, bless the Lord tonight. Bless the Lord tonight. Welcome. Amen. Welcome to the Mount Pleasant Baptist Church Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening Bible study. Amen. Amen. We're excited about the word of the Lord. Amen. Amen. So good on our social media. Welcome tonight. Amen. Especially our YouTube. Please go to our YouTube channel, hit the like button, and subscribe. Amen. Christology. And we're going to look at chapter 5 of John.
Love and mercy, magnify you, Father God. For you are Alpha and Omega, beginning and
Amen. Excuse me. Amen. Amen. Again, John asking a little bit, but again, this aspect, who does he think that you hear people, saying Jesus never said he was God, right? Some Christians, saying there's nowhere in the Bible, unequivocally that he's God, right? And so, right. Okay, what does that mean? Yeah. Come on. So let's look at verse 7, okay? John 5:7. While I'm coming another step down before me, right? And Jesus said unto him, rise, take up thy bed and walk. Okay.
It just kind of hit me. I was thinking about when he was at the well, the Samaritan woman.
Okay.
And asked, what was the sheep? Like, long as you would ask me.
I'll give you that.
Living water, that you should never thirst no more. Mm-hmm. He said that.
Finish out the text.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew it was asking.
Because he was trying to, that's the only way he came. And he said, who?
Yeah.
Okay.
He asked his disciples
again, he was God. You know what I'm saying? The Bible doesn't really come out and say that he was God. But while Jesus was here on earth, you know what I'm saying?
He said, my Father are one.
The scenario, verse 1. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to the Jerusalem. Now Jerusalem by the sheep market, a pool, which in the Hebrew tongue is called Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. Let me pause for a moment. When we talk about the Bible as inerrant, right? Meaning, what about
E-R-R-R?
Inerrant. E-R-R-A-N-T.
Oh, inerrant.
Okay. Now,
okay.
Remember, right, as words that may not ascribe, put in there. Again, we see this in the last chapter of Mark. We're not saying, what do we mean then? 16. I forgot the technical name. In any verse 16. Verse are not found in any these verses. What I'm trying to say is that when we talk about inerrancy, we're not saying that the Bible does not contain any errors, such as punctuations or spellings, or with Mark 16. Those verses 16, that more than likely this is not a part of Mark's gospel, but some scribe wrote deal with any doctrine that would change what the Bible teaches. We're not saying there are not, some things that it does not fail to do. Okay? Everywhere that you see anything that has to do with the doctrine of Christ, the Bible teaches that you cannot look and find it somewhere else. One sense here, and then you go somewhere else, and it's talking about inerrancy. So, don't when someone comes up and say, "See, this right here, that word,"
What they know
You know what
is
I'm saying?
they contradict.
you ought to do when someone says that, say, "Show me one,"
There you go.
and they know the story. They're coming from their perspective. The story, the exact same way, using the exact same word, most the exact same thing. Well, we all know as human, yeah. When people try to say in the gospel, what I'm saying, one person said there was an angel at the tomb. I'm not call that a contradiction. Is the one that says there was an angel? Is that
Yeah.
he didn't say there was just one angel, because the other writer said there was two. Well, we know if there was two, there was at least one.
Yeah.
So the one writer is focusing not on an angel, but he does mention an angel being there. The other writer focus is on the fact that there are angels
It's
there.
never been different.
That would then maybe be a contradiction. But again, there are no contradictions in our Bible. The Bible is infallible in all that it teaches, right? Because it is God breathed, right? But the reason I was bringing this up is this verse 4. The Bible is written to people in a time, right? In a setting, right? These men because remember, God is allowing them to write, but he's guiding in a way that his message gets out.
It's breathed on.
Yeah. When we look at this verse in verse 4, for an angel went down at a search store,
That's what I.
you know what I'm saying? It's simply that these were superstitious people. They didn't have well enforcing.
This came from
Well,
before it was what you call it, meteorology.
So they not understand looking at this particular time of the season, like we would say, is spring, right? Certain events. So we'll say it's tornado season,
Yeah.
right? Or hurricane season, 5,000 feet above sea level, right? But you know what I'm saying? The sea is down. So the wind, and they get trapped. They get there. So that's what they're trying to say in our time. Waves and stuff. And they being, not understanding the way we got in the water first was healed of their disease.
Yeah.
Were they healed?
Happened.
But why is that Bethesda so sacred? In Bethesda as an example of something that they were trying to explain, I guess. He kept using it every time he was saying, we had to pull up.
And they call that the truth that was causing the water to move. And so I just want to mention that by bypass. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just in case.
That's good. Guess what? That was something I just learned.
Because again, these men are writing, about events to a people, right? You know what I'm saying? Who would have said, hey, what about was there 30, which had an infirmity in that case? He said unto him, wilt thou be made whole? Right? Right? The infinite man was in the water. But while I am coming, healing in the water, this is what they were thinking. Superstition. In the question, again, Islam said he's just a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Mormonism say Brother Michael, you know what I'm saying? And Michael himself. Rise, take up thy bed and walk. Do we see the correlation? They thought, right? So Jesus telling him to get up. You're healed, but what else is going on?
Yeah.
What's the cause of illnesses? Right? So Jesus telling him to take it, that he has authority to do. What is he saying to the man? I could say you're healed,
I can tell you what you're saying.
that he has the power to forgive sin. Remember, every week, they equated sickness with sin. Remember Job? You see what I'm saying? Because, good, things like this don't happen to a I got locked in. Now, who can forgive sin? Forgive sin. He is God. That's what he thought about himself. Again, he was saying he was God because he was saying, and then only God could forgive. Hope, right? You see what's going on? Not only was he healed, it's that he was made whole. Now remember, somebody run to Colossians chapter 2, verse 10.